What's poppin'? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. How y'all feeling? It's Friday. I hope y'all had a good week and y'all made it through it without any problems. Today, the saga continues though. Now, before we get into the saga, make sure you hit that sub button and hit that like button if you like what it is that we do over here. The Thug saga continues. It continues, y'all. Over the past week, we've seen so many sides of Thug that we didn't know existed. We've seen an emotional side from him. We've seen a raging side from him. We've seen a ranting side from him. We've heard him on phone calls talking about everybody that he supposedly had a close relationship with, from people's personal business to relationships to people's music business, contracts, making the right moves versus not. Drake, he's talking to Savage a lot. You know what I mean? Wham, we haven't heard no combos with him and Baby. Dirk, it's gotten out of hand. You know what I'm saying? It's gotten out of hand. We got the song with him dissing everybody from YSL. We got how he feels about Gunna. We've gotten, the whole interview with him and Big Bank on Perspectives. It's been a lot. It's been a very, very busy week. But now Thug has dropped a record. Miss My Dogs. Miss My Dogs is an open letter to everybody who I feel like is not answering the phone. Straight up and down. It's been enough phone talk. The thing about Thug is I would hope that he would have some sort of, it's hard to kind of call it, right? It's hard to call it. I feel like Thug's production value overall is a bit down. First off, let's start out with the music. I don't hate this song. I actually think it's a good concept. I just don't like the production. And I feel like he's rusty. Like he sounds very, very, very rusty. I don't know if he's trying to be clear. I seen people saying that maybe he's sounding like this because he's sober due to his probation. I see, a lot of people saying that maybe he's extremely remorseful. But let's just start with the music alone. The music isn't sounding up to Thug's standards of how he makes music. And for him to have, built all these relationships, let's throw away all of the people who he could collaborate with as far as artists. Ain't no producers trying to give Thug no better heat. No producers is trying to give him no better heat. I don't know if the same people that used to record him are recording him, but he just sounds off. And I think that like whenever you do music, when you delivering it, presentation from top to bottom got to be top notch, especially like a person like Thug, because you got all the eyes in the world on you like you said you wanted, right? Like you have all the eyes on you, so you can't waste a step. But he goes through, different patches of how he's feeling and how he's remorseful to each one of these people. First one is Mariah, his girl.
Wake up, I'm trying to make you happy. I'm sorry for being a part of these hoes laughing at you. Damn. Love took my...
Okay, so, another call came out that him talking to another female about when she was going to have kids. She's saying that she going to have kids when he come home. Let's just put something in perspective on some real G shit. Like, I never been in prison other than for a visit and to speak. I don't have no felonies, but let me tell you something. Whomever is in prison, they calling whomever is going to answer, especially women, right? Like, especially women. There's a lot of discipline that people do have, but behind the wall, I'm pretty sure it lacks, and especially a person like Thug. This is not giving him no bail because wrong is wrong. He did whatever he did. But at the same time, like, all of these calls that's coming out from, it's embarrassing him. Like, if anything, he got to be embarrassed more than anything. More than sorry, you got to be embarrassed for the way you conduct yourself. Because he says, pillow talking ain't his thing, pillow talking ain't his thing. And I think on a lot of times within this song, Thug says things that he's shown the opposite of. So everything that he's trying to fight, right, it's like he's fighting himself. But everything he's trying to fight or say is basically coming back on him due to his actions. And the wounds is too early. Like, I think the wounds is also too early. Now, I think that Thug let's just go. Let's listen to some more. I'm gonna tell y'all what I think he should do. But let's listen to some more. This is him talking. Don't know about it because real niggas don't say. Real niggas do, and I learned that from you. See, this is the part, man. This is the part where Thug gotta be having an A&R. Something it ain't even gotta be an A&R. Cause don't let me not try to make it seem I don't do A&R anymore, but I'm not trying to make it seem like, yeah, Thug come call me and nothing. That's not the case at all. That's not the case at all. I'm just saying it's like with him saying something about the internet don't know. You know what I'm saying? Bro, the internet knows everything now. The internet knows everything. So some of the bars, you know what I'm saying? Some of the bars that I would have liked to hear is him just embracing a little bit more of what he's done. And that's what I'm talking about with accountability. Like accountability don't mean that you got to scream from the mountaintop, hey, all of y'all, I'm wrong. Like, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean that, but you also have to step, you got to lean into, he needs to lean into all of the things that's up against him. I think that while he's trying to be remorseful in this song, he's pandering like, telling that Drake you wouldn't go at him because you got manners is crazy. Like, I'm just keeping it 1,000, bro. That's crazy. But again, sounds off key, sounds a bit rushed. This is him talking about Lil Baby. People on this case, 75,000, help them with their lawyers and never speak about it. I wish the world knew. See, this is the problem though, Thug. Maybe he don't want people knowing any of that, bro. Like that's the whole premise of like doing things in silence, right? Like you see how people say a ghostwriter. Like a ghostwriter is a ghost. You don't know who it is. You know what I'm saying? The person damn near don't exist because they don't want to exist. They don't want to be known. That's the thing about a ghost. How many of y'all have actually seen a ghost? I don't know too many niggas. Now, if you start talking to my Jamaican fam, duppies is something that's a sensitive subject when it comes to Jamaicans, but that's a whole nother video. But listen, man, it's like even him saying this, it just keeps going back to him not having situational awareness even with creating. And this is making me think about when he says, you know, I ain't got my twin with me no more. You know what I mean? I ain't got my friends. He used to have the people that could possibly advise him on how he was moving musically. All the other shit is the other shit. That train already done left the station. Who knows if it's going to get somewhere or not? That train is already gone. But for him to continuously say things about certain situations that the other people involved hasn't said something, regardless to it being your truth, who knows if Baby wants people to know that he was paying for people's legal fees. Now, I get why he does it because in the song, he basically saying, now you a real nigga, you don't be wanting people to know, but that's why I get frustrated with you because I be wanting the world to know how real you is, but man, actions speak louder than words. And like the last episode, we talked about winning through actions and not through argument. You know what I'm saying? The 9th law of the 48 laws of power. But you know, this is one of the verses where this is one of the parts where he starts talking about Future and how we first seen, when everybody seen that this went live, I think the scariest thing for people to look at concerning Young Thug as far as a song is seeing something that was 7 minutes, because we did not know what we were gonna get. I will say that the song is commendable because he is like, we can't sit here and say, yo, we want a nigga to be vulnerable. We want him to lay it out, you know what I mean? Pause on the table and tell us how he feel and be, put it in the music, right? Because everybody's saying that, yo, stop talking and put it in the music. We can't say that and then be upset about getting music. The only gripe or critique that I have of Thug's music is he doesn't sound comfortable. And maybe that's because he in an uncomfortable position. I'm saying, from everything from having snitch put on his name to the interview and whoop-de-doo, you know what I mean? All of that shit. But the biggest problem that I'm seeing online, conversation online, right, is people saying, but what about Gunna? Why haven't you said anything in the song about Gunna? If you were gonna do anything, why didn't you bear that? Now, I think that that's also a bit uncomfortable for him, and he's in a very uncomfortable space. But here's the thing. How does Young Thug, how does he get out of it? Listen, don't push Truly Humble on the God, none of that. Just go by Jeffrey, bro. Like, at this point, you need to just embrace your true self of your name. Just go by Jeffrey. Go by Jeffrey, my nigga. Clean up, detox, take some time away from everything, and then come with the music, because where the hell is Weezy at, man? Did he fall out with Weezy too? Where the hell is Weezy? You know what I'm saying? Like, Metro probably ain't fucking with him. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that he mentioned in the song. And he also goes into Future, he's most likely being to himself because he lost Street, who is Scooter, you know what I mean? We know about how he tragically lost his life on his birthday this year, you know what I mean? Unsettling. But Thug needs to take a vacation, man. He needs to take a vacation. I know, everybody says all publicity is good publicity, but I don't think that's the case in this situation specifically. I think that Thug needs to take, remove himself, really remove himself and do some soul searching, man, for real. Like, take some time to really, really work on yourself, bro. See, the problem is that when we watching you work on yourself in real time, that's everybody's an expert watching a fucking boxing match from the nosebleeds, right? People could look and say, oh, I wouldn't do that. I would have ducked. I would have did this. I would have did that. See, everybody's an expert in that vein. But this is his journey. I can't say that, oh, he shouldn't have put the song out, because if this is therapeutic for him and everybody's been telling him to put it in the music, that's cool. But this shit is like a demo. It don't even sound really well put together. You know what I'm saying? Like, Thug ain't the best singer, but he's better at melody than that. Thug might not be a wordsmith with the bars, but he could have delivered it way better. And that's the point that's being missed. I think because everything is happening to him right now. Every time he wake up and, every time somebody hit, the people who are calling him is calling him about bullshit. He need to take some time and just, step back and step away from everything that's distracting and really, really, really sit his ass down at work. I mean, when he came home last year and Dumb, Dumb and Dumber came out, you know what I'm saying? The top of this year, Dumb, Dumb and Dumber came out. He sounded good. He sounded confident. You know what I'm saying? He sounded good. He sounded confident. His vocals was mixed well. Of course, that was whomever was engineering Baby's album. But he sounded a bit more ambitious. Like, I was excited for Thug at that point. I was like, yo, he coming back. He talking to some shit. The Money on Money. I actually like Money on Money. I don't think Money on Money is like the best song or even best songs of this year, but I do like the song. Like, it's a good song. It's definitely a good song. He sounds more comfortable there, right? And I think that, we do want to hear what you think. We do want to know what you feel, but you moving too fast, bro. You moving way too fast. You moving way too fast. Take a step back. Just last week, you was dissing everybody, talking about everybody's rats and all that. You got to give people enough time to forget that because it's a very forgettable song. You know what I mean? Like, that's a very, very forgettable record. You got to give people some time to, like, wash that shit off of their skin before you come with this. But maybe he's feeling some sense of urgency because he can't get in contact with anybody, and this is his only avenue. For real. I mean, like, for him to make a dedication song to Mariah, Drake, I mean, he dedicated time and bars to everybody. Mariah, Drake, Metro, you know what I'm saying? Baby, Savage, Future. Like, he's dedicated so much time to, I kind of missed the mark on the 7-minute song tip, Thug, for real. Kind of missed the mark on that. But y'all let me know how y'all feel, what y'all think. Is Thug gonna be all right? I believe he will, but he got to retreat for a minute. He got to retreat for a minute and just get clear. You know what I mean? He got to come back looking different. Everything got to be different, man. You can't come back 1 week later after you done dissed everybody and he's angry. Keep that in mind as well. He's extremely angry, but he has to work on himself. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm gonna still listen to Thug music. I'm not gonna not listen to his music, but he gotta revamp this plan. This is how I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me, know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually you will. I catch you on the next one. Have a good Friday, y'all. Peace.